Alright, ladies and gents, what is up? It is your favorite Asian robot, and today we're going to be talking about the news update for the state of Dauntless. They're going to be introducing a new omnicell. Now, I'm not sure about the repeaters refresh. I haven't seen the patch notes yet. Alright, I don't have Reddit, so I can't tell if there's going to be anything else. But I've checked through the patch notes and I've checked through the latest news. And as far as I can tell, there's nothing about the repeater refresh yet. But I'm very excited to see whatever happens on the update tomorrow. As far as I know, we are getting a new omnicell, so I hope you guys are excited because here we are with the state of Dauntless omnicells. Let's talk about what they wrote. At the inception, cellular breakdown. A true slayer knows the strength of cells. Obviously. I mean, you've seen my builds, you know what I do with them. Since their inception, they've been used to create and support players' playstyle and effectiveness. Players used cells to maximize slaying skills while getting the most damage per second they could. But as time went on, the cell system ran into a wall. There were predominant meta builds that stole the show. Iceborn and Discipline were the de facto choices for most skilled players, which is true. And this was pushed to an unbelievable extent, even though that was not as effective, and my builds show that in the past. All right, that was before we blew up to our 3K subscribers. Now here we are. And you know, Dauntless wanted to address this and add more variety to the gameplay, and omnicells were not the first solution. They had cells 2.0. They wanted to comb through and rebalance everything, and they did talk about this. Even I remember this update, and they talked about it. They tried to balance it, but in the end, what they wanted to do was have 5 cell categories, and all of them added passive bonuses. You know, and since these were numerical bonuses, players were quick to figure out which numbers were the optimal ones. No amount of tuning could stop the best ones from always being used together, and they realized they had to further develop the cell system and explore new options. So what they did was they decided to introduce a new cell slot, which became the omnicell slot, and this basically would define a player's playstyle. So Discipline, for example, is now the cell that tops DPS. All right, that is the high risk, high reward playstyle. Bastion, very good for crit builds. You've seen me use it. You've seen me completely bust down behemoths with this. All right, Bastion is another favorite one of mine. Iceborn is actually the one I use least on stream. I think you guys have noticed, but top tier players will always be using Discipline and Bastion. The reason for Discipline is the interrupt, and the counter is beautiful. It's like having Avenging Overdrive without the commitment. Avenging Overdrive with benefits. That's basically what you get. Alright, so I like Discipline. Discipline is my go-to cell. That's the cell that I love the most. Alright. Bastion is a close second because I love crits. There's nobody alive who doesn't want to integrate crits. And we introduced a new playstyle yesterday, which caused a lot of havoc, so that one will be coming soon. I will probably release it on the event day, so that's tomorrow, and I'll be doing an event for the omnicell update as well as whatever update comes tomorrow. I'm excited for it. Alright, so y'all gotta be there. It's gonna be an all Dauntless stream on Thursday, as we always do it. It's gonna be like 6 to 8 hours of Dauntless, and we're just gonna experiment with the new omnicell. We're gonna come up with new builds live on stream. It's gonna be an exciting process, so I hope you're looking forward to that. Basically speaking, all right, what we got here, what we're dealing with here, right now, is that they've released omnicells and they're gonna release a lot more. Okay, so let's look at what else they've said further on, because I'm gonna tell you guys what the omnicells coming are. All right. When they developed Discipline, Bastion, and Iceborn, they had these statements like, Iceborn, I want to be indestructible. I'm going to qualify this by saying Iceborn is actually terrible for indestructibility. It does not make you indestructible in any way, shape, or form. It is in fact one of the weakest omnicells, and is usually used by newer players getting their feet into the game. That's why my no dodge builds, again, suited for players who are fresh to end game. They don't want to dodge. They're still developing as players. That's why I use Iceborn there, because it doesn't make you indestructible, far from it. However, it does have its place in a hardcore parasitic build. It really does. If you're gonna run hyper parasitic, okay, and it is possible to run this particular style, by the way. If you're gonna run hyper parasitic, you can run Iceborn up to 40, percent damage reduction is ridiculous. Yeah, when it comes to stopping behemoths, you know. All right. Now, Iceborn is the most commonly equipped Omnicell, and that is true. I see it a lot. Players still use it a lot because it's a safety net. But once you get past that, that's when you unlock the true game style with Discipline and Bastion. Alright, because that's for more skilled players who can give up on it. Bastion's sort of like the in-between, but it's mostly used for crit builds anyway. So that serves as your sustain, whereas Discipline relies on Koshai to be your sustain in case you need it. Alright. In the future, the next Omnicell coming is Tempest. It used to be called Wind Fury, now it's called Tempest. Alright, if you want high mobility to weave in and out of danger and attack at high speeds, this is the cell for you. I'm actually looking forward to this cell because I think it's going to breathe, number one, fresh life into 2 weapons that I haven't really worked on. Number 1 is the Strikers, number 2 is the Hammer. I have felt the current cells don't do these weapons justice. The vibe isn't right for these weapons. That's what the problem I'm having right now is. Okay, the vibe for these weapons is just not in it. You know, I can't get the vibe right for these weapons. I think Tempest is gonna be the biggest change for these weapons. So, players who equip Tempest will get a lightning fast dash, enabling rapid repositioning on the battlefield. Basically, they will get to home in on weak points before readjusting. Tempest will release in patch 1.7.3, but we're planning further than that with the next cell codenamed Darkness. Alright, so they're going to talk about Darkness. If you want to use your own health as an offensive resource, alright, the Darkness Omnicell aims to explore the theme of being corrupted by Umbral Aether. The idea is to allow players to become empowered, but at a steep cost. We're currently experimenting with the functions of this mechanic, and we can't wait to share more. Alright, so they're going to approach the Dark Harvest in the fall, which is going to be around October. I'm looking forward to that. Well, should be around end September, early October kind of thing, so that's gonna look good. And beyond Darkness, they want to add at least 1 Omnicell per season, so that's really going to be good. And I think that having more and more Omnicells is going to be crazy, you know. Grenade viability and all that. I don't really want an Omnicell for consumables. I've always advocated a no consumable style because that's not how you play the game. You want to be able to hunt for ages with your friends, not hunt, stop, hunt, stop, hunt, stop. That is a terrible playstyle. So I hope that they will add more things like cool playstyles, but not playstyles that hunt, stop, or tonic based playstyles. That is not it, because that's just my personal opinion. This Darkness thing has potential though, and I'm excited to see what you guys think about it. Now I already know that with Tempest, whatever they release, I don't care, whatever they release, Tempest is probably going to be experimented on the day of the release. All right, so look forward to that. On release day, when Tempest is released, the first build I'm going to be working on is Strikers. Second build is going to be Hammers. But honestly, I want to ask my audience right now, what weapons do you want to see fitted to Tempest? What weapons do you think will work well with the Tempest cell? If I start to see a trend like a lot of people want a particular weapon, then I'm going to work on that weapon first. And, you know, Strikers and Hammers can take a back seat again, because honestly, I don't favor those weapons a lot right now. But let's just say there may be an upcoming Strikers build, because a lot of people have requested it. You know, I'm trying to be fair here. I'm trying to be fair and not completely a dick. I might still be a dick, but yeah, I'm trying not to be. Alright, I may have an upcoming Strikers build. I may. Alright. Anyway, thank you guys for sticking with me through the state of Dauntless. I'm excited to see these new Omnicells. I'm excited to see what's coming up. You know, I'm very excited for all that. I think it's gonna be really cool, and I think it's gonna be good. So thank you very much for everybody enjoying this. You know, you can see my little bookmarks for all the creepy shit that I got here. Top 10 exercises, trying to lose weight. My ugly folder. This is where I put all my shit that I don't like. It's karaoke folder. Alright. Enjoy. Anyway, thank you all so much again. Appreciate this. If you like my content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to, you can also drop a tip via the link in the description of the video. You want to keep my content running, you want to feed my family. All right, that's one way to do it. Another way, you can send super thanks on YouTube or purchase Asian Robot merchandise via the shop link in the description of the video. Thank you very much. Let's also thank August's top tippers. Thank you to Bravo7910, Gusi Marie, Krampus Reborn, Reese Mark 4, Lewis Grave, FNX Killer 43, Limatsuki PC, Zavi Uzumaki. You guys are insane. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. You guys are the best. I'm gonna see y'all soon, okay? Let's keep it running.